So obviously, as the title suggests, all of those photos were shot on large format film. I used my Toyo 45A camera with the Fujinon 135mm f5.6 lens, and the film I was using was Ilford FP4, which I rated at 200 just so I could push it in development to get like a little bit of extra contrast from the negatives. And yeah, I think they came out kind of how I wanted them to look. You know, they had that extra contrast and punch to them that I was hoping for. It's always tricky using strobe lights and studio lights when shooting film photography, because obviously you can't review the images as you're going. So it's always a nice surprise when you come to develop the negatives and they actually come out and they look, you know, semi-close to the way you intended in your head. The whole purpose of this video though was to kind of talk a little bit more about the studio. Basically the studio I've been using is called the Glass Factory Studio, which is based in Leigh-on-Sea, very close to me in Essex. It's actually only sort of like a 45-50 minute train out of London as well, so it's not far from London either. But the guy who owns it, Graham, he's become a bit of a friend of mine just from mutual interests of, you know, film photography and just love of photography in general. And I've been using his studio quite a bit recently just because he's kitted out for analog shooters. You know, they've got, obviously it's a great studio in its own right, but he's got a darkroom there where you can develop your film. For black and white, the darkroom temperature and like the water and stuff is at constant running, like 20 degrees, which is perfect for black and white film photography. He's got two big enlargers in there for making prints. A lot of the equipment, you know, he's got film cameras on site. He's got, you know, big old analog strobes and stuff like that. It's a really cool place that's kitted out for people that love all things analog. He offers a few packages and workshops and stuff like that, and he actually does a package where you can hire the studio for the whole day, shoot your film like in the morning, early afternoon, develop the film, and then make some contact sheets and even a print like on the same day, which I just think is amazing. You know, I don't know anywhere locally, or I personally don't know anywhere in the UK that you can do that. There may be other places, but it's just, yeah, it's really cool to see. So basically I did this package where I went to the studio for the whole day. I did a shoot in the morning with Abby, as you saw the photos, and in the afternoon I developed the photos and had a go at making my first print. So yeah, obviously Graham helped me out, showed me the ropes because I've never done it before. It's something I've always been interested in getting involved with. And yeah, he showed me a few things, taught me how to use all the equipment, and then sort of just said crack on and left me to get on with it. So that's what I did. So here's me making my very first prints, and then I'll come back and talk about my opinion on them.
Sit so close to the edge. A carousel bed, a late departure. I can save you, just give me time. Someone call Steven. Call again. Turn up the music louder than the thoughts inside our head.
So these are the final prints, all framed up and looking pretty cool in my opinion. I'm definitely pretty happy with how they came out. Obviously, in the darkroom, I did a bunch of test strips to get the timings right. I did a few test prints on some multi-grade glossy paper. I did a few other test prints of some other negatives, like just of my family and stuff, just to kind of get to grips with it. And then when I felt comfortable, I did these final prints on some fibre-based matte paper, and I think they came out really nice. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a personal preference of whether you're using glossy or matte paper. For me, I much prefer the matte look. Fibre-based paper is a little bit trickier to work with because you've got to leave it to dry for longer and all sorts of faff like that. But definitely, I think the proof is in the pudding. They look pretty cool. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with these prints, to be honest with you. If you want to buy them, make me an offer, or I'll probably just give them to the model actually as a little keepsake. But yeah, had fun doing that, and you can definitely expect to see a lot more darkroom action on my channel going forwards, and more sort of, you know, discussions about making prints and whatnot. I'll leave Graham's info in the description for the studio and his social media and stuff as well. Definitely give him a follow. If you're local or anywhere near sort of Essex, definitely come down, check the studio out. Even if it's just to come down, have a coffee and check out the space. But it's an amazing space, and if you're interested in, you know, analog photography or developing your own film, printing your own film, it's a perfect sort of space to do that from. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Obviously, you could probably notice I'm not in my bedroom like I was for the old videos. That's because we've moved recently, which took kind of weeks and weeks kind of getting everything in and getting everything moved and getting settled and building new furniture and all sorts. But it's great that I've got my own space now for making videos. It's a little sort of office at the bottom of the garden, which is really cool. It's going to allow me to kind of make more videos and not rely on, you know, filming these talking bits when the kids are at school or when the light's right or whatever, because I can just do what I want in here. But yeah, I haven't, you know, apologies for not making many videos recently. I honestly just haven't really touched the camera. In the interest of being 100% honest, this isn't the first time I attempted to make this video. I tried just before sort of Christmas, around the start of December, met up with a model named Annabelle, who's appeared on the channel a few times before, and yeah, the whole shoot went swimmingly well, but when it comes to developing the pictures, I completely effed up. I was basically loading the film in a darkroom and I left the red light on. Stupidly, I've never, you know, even stepped foot in a darkroom before. I've only seen them on like movies and TV shows and stuff, and I just, for some reason, assumed that the red light wouldn't affect the film. Now, I know now that obviously red light doesn't affect photo paper, but it still does affect the film. So I ruined all of the film by exposing it to the red light, barring like one sheet of film, which was just, yeah, a killer. Really, really annoying. I didn't touch a camera for ages after that because I was so pissed off about it. It's just a stupid mistake, but I thought it important to mention, you know, like I didn't go into the shoot and they all just go perfect and come out like this. Like, I messed up the first time trying it, messed up loads of prints, wasted loads of paper, loads of chemicals, you know, things go wrong. But it's all part of the learning process really. And yeah, I still shot some digital with Annabelle, which was cool, and I still had I had the Lomograph block back on loan from Lomography UK, and I burnt through all the rest of the film I had for that, which was cool. They're really, really, really cool to use, to be honest with you. I probably will pick up one myself, not for anything serious, but they're nice if you want to like test a shot out before you use your real film, or just to play around with. But yeah, that's pretty much, like I say, I haven't picked up a camera. Christmas was the last time I picked up a camera. We went away with the family. I brought my Fuji X100V along with me, took a few photos with that. I bought both the kids a Instax mini camera for Christmas as well, and they burned through like the entire load of film that I bought them over the Christmas period. So yeah, seeing as I haven't seen you all since last year, I'll show you those Christmas photos now, and yeah, Happy New Year. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you guys soon.
Draw me a picture and I'll color you a song, and we'll sing it all night long. Down in the trenches, what a silly place to meet she who calls you hard to be. where this goes, nobody knows. But what you see, I will believe. There's many people in this world, do you agree? But you were made for me. Spoke to the beaches at the borders of the sea, and my dear, they do agree. Glowing like neon, I see prisms in your eyes. I see prisms in your eyes. And where this goes, nobody knows. But what you see, I will believe. There's many people in this world, do you agree? But you were made for me. There's many people in this world, do you agree? But you were made